So while a candidate is answering questions, we'll just be handing over the microphone to the next speaker,
Good afternoon,
please.
everyone. Dr. Akintomide is my name. I would just like to ask 2 questions, and I will direct one to the AD.
Please, can we stick with one question to one candidate, please?
Okay, I will direct one to the AD candidate, Barrister Oladotun Azan. He has been heavy on advocacy for people in this constituency. He has been able to move for different purpose and reasons just to make sure that the Lekki toll fee is actually slashed down. And also he has been very outspoken on the issue of illegal eviction of people and demolition of property in Lekki, and environs and all that. I would like to know, beyond all of this, now you'll be going into government and advocacy is good outside, so how do you want to really do this and make sure that you are effective with this? Because it may not be easy being a member of the legislature in doing this. It's very good on the outside, but
thank you so much.
As a member of the government, how do you want to do this?
Thank you so much. So he's talking about the clash between being a lawmaker and being an activist. How do you balance it?
Well, I think my inherent value and prowess will always prove me at every point in time. I've said it here that lawmaking is a sacrifice. It's something that you have to really have an innate objective to go and do.
So it's not a sacrifice. You're the highest paid.
Let me say something here.
The money that they are paying is not. It doesn't feel like a sacrifice for Nigerians. Please go ahead.
As part of my advocacy skill, I'm introducing something to you here. I've drafted over 21 bills, even over 21 bills, ahead of time. These are bills that are impactful. One of my critical bills, which aside from the issue of demolition and all other issues that are very much with the for Eti Osa, going for the House of Reps, you are representing the entire 36 state. So whatever bills or whatever motions, every other thing is not self-centered to your constituency alone, except for your immediate needs, that you can be able to lobby your member, lobby the speaker, lobby the presidency, and even the governor. But as far as issues are concerned, critical issues like the educational right bill, which is to appropriate 26% right of allocation, is one critical bill I'm sponsoring. This will end the issue of ASU strike. This will end a whole lot of issue on our educational deficit that we're all talking about. So we cannot be talking about the challenges without having a solution-minded plan. So I'm here to tell Mr. Dotun that definitely my advocacy skill will be an addendum, an additional quality to ensuring that those things I'm ensuring to do that are promised will not just end on the paper like a paper tiger.
Thank you so much.
Thank reality. You so much. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Barrister. So we're going to take 3 more questions, but we will do it very quickly, please, and then we'll check whether we have questions online.
Hello. Alaji Chief Abidin Baiti Lolawa. I belong to all parties. My question goes to all the honorables. Number 1, there is a federal secretariat at Ikoyi. It's under Eti Osa. Go to Sengegi Road, Ministry of Works, go to Babish, Fisheries Department. They're all there. The buildings have been vandalized. Is it not possible can they help this local government? The abandoned buildings can be converted to another thing like a tertiary institution. Throughout the old Eti Osa, there's no tertiary institution. If such building can be used for such projects, it will be better. I want them, I'm begging them, if they can help the people of Eti Osa, if they know they are representing Eti Osa, they should try as much as possible for all the abandoned federal properties to be converted to something that will be useful to us.
Yes.
Number 2.
Yeah. Sir, we can only take one question, sir.
I'm sorry.
Because your question also is going to all the candidates.
Please let me say this. Honorables, I know if you people deduct 30 years from your age, you'll be a kid by then. People of Morocco, they've been sovereign. You need our vote. And let me tell you, 80% of people in Eti Osa, they were strongly affected by the demolition in 1990. Up to today, the people who are resettled at Ilason and Ikota, go to the place, see how the place is. We want federal government assistance. Those states, they've been trying, but there's no improvement. Can you please help us to pass a bill for the federal government assistance? You know, people are there, they are going to vote for you now. So if you can do that, I know if you any of you that emerge, at the next tenure, you will be just unopposed. I promise you that.
What's here, Sorrow? All right, so here's how we're going to do this question. Let's just structure it into two each so that we don't, that's two candidates each, so that we don't have all four candidates answering the two questions. So now the first question is, we have massive structures all over Eti Osa that are federal government owned, that are dilapidated and are not being used for anything, including the Federal Secretariat and a number of other structures. When you're now in the center, how do you want to engage with the federal government to ensure that these properties are converted to good use for the people of Eti Osa? That's one. And then secondly, the Morocco demolition of 1990 and the attendant effects of the people that were repatriated to another location. How do you want to solve the human problem that they have at those locations? So for the first two questions, we'll have both of you, for the first question, we'll have both of you answer them regarding the infrastructure, the dilapidated buildings, and then the other question, we'll have the other candidates handle that. So let's start from you, Barrister.
Well, I believe it's a two-in-one question. It's all about the same Eti Osa. And as part of my own policy plan, you already saw it in my program, that the issue of Morocco is very critical. And that's why I'm really faulting my brother, that if people are relocated to an existing place and they were relocated from a demolished place, such as Morocco, and being taken to Ikota Estate, and the same place now, they are now about to be relocated to an unknown place, I think the government needs to be to have a human feelings at this point in time, and that's where I'll be coming in, because even the issue of Morocco, there is no adequate compensation. I'm going to be discussing that issue critically, because the real players of that of that crisis are all alive today. So we need to really revisit that issue to ensure that the people are adequately compensated, both financially and otherwise, and also on the issue of structures that we have. I've been able to come up with what is called Eti Osa Development Initiative. These are issues that are going to be ongoing. We cannot have a one straight jacket solution for everything. But on the issue of institution, one of my interests is to look for the conversion of that oceanography to a federal university.
Thank you, Barrister. Can we have Mr. Obaniko?
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Alaji. I didn't know that oceanography has been abandoned. The last I checked, it was operating. So thank you for the knowledge. They say we learn every day. The issue of the Federal Secretariat in Obalinde, I know that there's a legal, it's a legal word. There's a legal matter on it. So until I have the influence or get to office and I'm able to identify what the issues are, before I can decide that or give you my word to say I will tell them to convert it to this, because I don't know what the plans are. So we're just going to inquire about it and act when we have full detailed information.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on quickly.
Talking about the dilapidated building. All right, if I get to office, I will use my person as a federal lawmaker to solicit. Definitely, we don't know why most of those buildings are dilapidated. I'm sorry, government might have plans for those buildings, so we don't know their future plans because we can't just go on and say, okay, because it's an environment, we should just start using it. We need to take permission. And I will use my own office to solicit for permission to make that place effective. Though definitely, if you say you want to renovate or do anything, it could be cost effective. You understand that?
Thank you,
but
Mr.
at
Oni.
least I'll use my office to make sure that place is essential to us.
Thank you, Mr. Oni.
Especially maybe to accommodate those that are on the roadside and even anybody that has.
Thank you, Mr. Oni. Let's move on to Mr. Awokoya of the NRP.
Since they talked almost on two, I will, but I'll be very quick. On Maricosa, all that is needed for those resettled communities is for government that has empathy. For the records, well, I don't know for others. If you remove 30 years from me, it means that I was just graduating from university. So I know my left from my right. What is happening is that all these resettled people, let's even assume that they were illegal occupants, means that they're homeless. A government has responsibility to a homeless citizen to create a temporary accommodation for them and to also create some basic amenities for them. On the abandoned buildings, what I've just written here is that I'm going to get involved in what you call back channel deal making. For Federal Secretariat, we all know what happened. Federal government sold to Babalaki. They didn't take the interests of Lagos people into consideration, and the deal has got stalled. Lagos used its right that I won't give you a building approval, and without building approval, you can't move forward. I have been involved in all manner of deals in the last 25 years to deal with such knotty issues. We know the interested parties, and we're going to say that, look, this is money that everybody is losing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Awokoya.
And let's make a deal.
So
Thank you.
We'll do deals to ensure that...
back channel deal making, yes.
Back channel deal making
yes,
to ensure
yes.
that these buildings become functional.
Yes.
Thank you so much to all the candidates. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Tosin Akonde, and I have to, at this point, salute the organizers. And I wish we had this kind of platform in mainland where I've come from. But I just have a comment, a very brief one at that. And as a lawyer, there is nothing like Federal House of Reps, as I can see on this stand. Okay, and it's important that we do, it's all part of political education. A lot of Nigerians don't know the difference between the House of Representatives and Houses of Assembly. So in order to correct this apparent confusion, some will say there is nothing like Federal House of Representatives. The constitutional name for the institution is the House of Representatives.
Which is what we have on.
But which is not what you have here.
Which is what we have on the screen over there.
Let's not argue it. I just need to say this because of the benefit of several other people.
Thank you so much for making that point of correction.
I hope that
Thank
the
you.
organizers will come to mainland, where I'm also standing for elections into the same office. So I congratulate you all, especially my brother from the Yes Party. I wish you well. Best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So we can only take one more question. We can only take one more question. Time is far spent.
Thank you very much.
I know a lot of people want to ask questions. I really apologize for cutting this a bit short. It's because of the time.
Thank you very much. My name is Comrade Atolagbe Ridwan. My question goes to Mr. Awokoya. What do you think it might be the delay of the General Hospital in Eti Osa? And is it the duty of the legislative?
We've addressed the issue of the General Hospital. We've addressed the issue of the General Hospital.
It has not. Is it the duty of the legislative to build any infrastructure within the constituency?
Okay. Now, I believe that we addressed the issue of the General Hospital and the delays. Well, these are potential incoming representatives, so they will need to do some, probably some background work to discover what the issues are. But we did answer that question with several rebuttals. So please, let's move on.
Good afternoon. I don't think we are here maybe to quarrel or fight over anything. Please, I want to ask the candidates.
All the candidates?
Yeah, I want to ask them. Please, if we vote you into office, and any of you here have a godfather, and allocation for Eti Osa, let's say it's 1 naira, and the people are in need of that 1 naira, and your godfather is in need of that 1 naira, who do you consider first? Knowing fully well that if you displease your godfather, your return is cancelled. Who do you please?
Thank you so much, madam. Madam, please, what's your name? Mrs. Juliet. Mrs. Juliet. So which of our challenge first? The Godfather challenge is a real and present danger. So can we... Okay, Mr. Obanikoro will answer that.
In my language, they will say me Onibaboshi. I simply don't have such. So that won't be my problem at all.
Okay, so Mr. Obanikoro does not have a godfather. Can we move forward? Barrister Hassan?
Well, I have stated it earlier. My allegiance is to the people of Eti Osa, and those are the people that are standing as my godfathers or mothers or children in whatever capacity. But my whole allegiance is to them, because they are the one that is to give me the mandate to represent in their interests. So, if elected, I'm assuring the good people of Eti Osa, just give me that first opportunity to prove my mettle and serve you more better. And that's what I'm offering. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Oni.
I don't have a godfather. I have godfathers. And you people are my godfathers. I have godfathers, godmothers. So you guys are my godfathers and godmothers. And if anybody will ask me for money, it should be you people, not any other person. So I'm going not for any selfish interest.
Thank you, Mr. Oni.
Other people are not recognized. And I promise you, when you vote me to office, for every 1 naira of public funds allocated to Eti Osa that you will all know, I will add minimum an additional 1 naira from private sector and NGO participation. This will be through a very transparent process. So vote me to office, you will get double. Minimum, mark it, I'm saying it. For any 1 naira given by the state, I will have people who will put at least another 1 naira for the benefit of Eti Osa.
Thank you so much. You know, these gentlemen are beginning to talk like seasoned politicians. When you go in one direction, they go in another. I don't have a godfather, I have God the Father. Somebody else said, you are my godfathers. Okay, but we have to move things further very quickly, because we do have another debate that is going to be coming up in about an hour. So that's very important. I want to thank very specially the organizers of this event today, AIG Media Pro and Ibile Foundation. I want to welcome the founders of these two organizations forward. Can we just appreciate them as they come forward? Mrs. Adeyinka Igbinoba and Mr. Henry Balogun. These are two people who are very passionate about Eti Osa, and trust me, they are business owners. So if anybody has been seeing the challenges and firsthand of the things that have been going on here, it is the two of them. Now, of course, Mr. Balogun is going to be doing the vote of thanks for us this afternoon. Please let's give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon, all. Was a former Russian president or gave the vote of thanks at an event, and he simply said, thank you. He was asked to say more. He said, thank you very much. And then he was asked to say more. He said, thank you very, very much. Ladies and gentlemen, management of AIG Media Pro and Ibile Foundation, I would like to say thank you very, very much. And Mr. Banikoro, Mr. And to our guests, I would like to say thank you very much. You've been a wonderful audience. We appreciate you taking the time out, and we look forward to seeing you later on in the day as we continue with the debate. Have a wonderful afternoon.
So on that note, I'd like to, please, can the candidates rise, please? Let's just give them a round of applause as the candidates rise. Thank you so much. You heard from each one of them representing their parties. Oh yes, we're going to be taking photographs. We're going to be taking photographs. And well, once again, I just want to present them to you as the people that you should be looking out for over the next few days. That's Mr. Adejimi Moshood Oni of the Yes Party. Can we give him a round of applause? And from the APC, the All Progressives Congress, Mr. Ibrahim Babajide Obanikoro. We also present to you from the Alliance for Democracy, Barrister Oladotun Hassan. He also calls himself Aremo Oladotun Hassan. You didn't give him a round of applause. Please do so. And of course, from the ANRP, Mr. Awokoye, the Abundant Nigeria Renewal Party. Mr. Awokoye has made a lot of promises, so I hope you wrote it down. All right, let's give them all a round of applause. Thank you so much for giving us a strong debate. You made your case to Lagosians and indeed Ethiopians this afternoon. Thank you very much. And of course, once again, on behalf of AIG Media Pro and Ibile Foundation, thank you so much for watching and being a part of these debates. Even those of you online, we were unable to take your questions. We apologize. It was because of time. And we have so many people here who also wanted to ask questions. Vote wisely. Get your PVC. It is just, I think it ends today. Make sure you get your PVC. Okay, it's been extended. So that's good information that is coming to you online. So it's been extended till Monday. Please pick up your PVC and make sure you vote wisely. Thank you. Please, we're going to take pictures, just a few minutes. Can we welcome the founders of Ibile Foundation and also the CEO of AIG Media Pro for pictures.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.